Good morning, class 12th. Welcome to yet another session of political science. We were earlier discussing the chapter the Cold War era. Today also we are continuing the chapter furthermore. Now today we are going to discuss about the logic of deterrence. Now what is the meaning of deterrence? So according to the logic of deterrence, both sides have the capacity to retaliate. Retaliate means to oppose or to fight against and attack and to cause so much destruction that neither sides can afford to initiate a war. That means when we are not happy with someone, we are very much annoyed with someone, but still we know that the person in front of us is very much powerful, we sometimes take back off, and though the rivalry is there, but still we do not enter into an open fight. So the same was with the ideology of USA, and the same was the condition of USSR. Both were military nuclear powers, both were having enormous military powers, so that is why they decided that they will not enter a war. That means they will prevent a war, but could not afford to manage their rivalry issues. So we can say that this logic stated prevention of war but not rivalry. So though they were not fighting, the fight was not a declared one, it was a proxy war, but still they were rivals to each other. So what were they doing? They were expanding the sphere of their influence. How? By economic means, by military means, and by any other mean that they could get hold of in that specific era. So let us discuss the economic means, that is the economic aid. So for USA got started with the Marshall Plan. Now this Marshall Plan was a economic aid granted to the European countries so that they may recover after the shattered conditions of Second World War, and also to bring them to follow the democratic principle of leadership or governance. So this Marshall Plan is also known as the European Recovery Program or ERP. Now, when USA came up with the Marshall Plan, which is named after George C. Marshall, who had designed and devised this recovery program to support the European countries to contain matlab rokna, to obstruct the ideology of communism in Europe. So what did USSR do? USSR came up with the Molotov Plan. This is also an economic aid based program, and through Molotov Plan, USSR gave support to many European, African and Asian countries who were willing to follow the ideology of communism. So this Molotov Plan was just a reaction to the Marshall Plan. Now, talking about military alliances, USA came up with NATO in April 1949. NATO means North Atlantic Treaty Organization. In the same manner, in following years, this NATO was having 12 countries as founding members. When NATO came into being, they formed a military alliance of 12 countries, ensuring that whatever their trouble would be, USA would be there to assist them, to help them out. So, in the year 1955, USSR also made a military alliance called the Warsaw Pact or the Red NATO. Why is this called Red NATO? Because the uniform, the military uniform of USSR was of red color. So that is why in reaction Warsaw Pact was named as Red NATO. So when it is said NATO, that is with the dominance of USA. When we say Red NATO, then you have to understand that we are talking about Warsaw Pact. Now this Red NATO was having 7 members. In the same manner, after NATO we have SEATO. SEATO means South East Asian Treaty Organization, which was having 8 countries as its members. Then again, following few years, we have the CENTO or the Baghdad Pact. Uh, CENTO's abbreviation is the Central Treaty Organization. So in this manner, we see that economic groups were formed, the military groups were being also formed. Not only this, India kept itself aloof by following the ideology or by following the concept of NAM, that is non-alignment movement. This part, children, we will be discussing afterwards. Now, a very big question. When USA was a superpower, when USSR was a superpower, why did they need small countries as their alliance? Why were they supporting these small countries and nations throughout the world? So the answer lies here. Because these countries needed a base for espionage, that is the spy system, for having vital resources like oils, various minerals, and other grain and other supplies which were not very well produced in their countries. So they needed vital resources from these small allies or countries, and then they also wanted to demonstrate their ideological influence, or rather in other words you can say that they wanted to increase their fan following also. Then they wanted access to territory. By having influence on these small nations, they could have or maintain a military base, and whenever they wanted they could wage a war or could create a trouble for any country they wanted. So that is why they needed a territory also, which was provided by these alliances. Now the next part is the Berlin Blockade. This Berlin Blockade took place in 1948-49, and in this issue, what do we study? Berlin, an important part of Germany, was being occupied. The western part was occupied by USA, and the eastern part of Berlin was occupied by USSR. They created a wall to divide the area, and USA never tried to take away the resources from Berlin, but USSR, which was holding the eastern part of Berlin, it started drawing the resources. So somehow the eastern part of Berlin, they became hand to mouth, and they were in such a condition that they did not have any resources or even food supplies. So in such a condition, USA decided to help out of humanity the eastern part of Berlin, and they sent by air the medical supplies as well as the fooding supplies for a span of 10 months. So though there was a blockade means their coming or going through was not allowed, but still this Berlin blockade is an example where though there was rivalry, but on humanitarian grounds and because of understanding, we see a helping hand being extended by USA also.